Hello people and welcome back to my channel Alive to Tell a Tale. My name is Sharmisha and today I'm back with another video. So in my previous video, which was a Q&A, where I was answering questions sent to me by my subscribers on YouTube and followers on Instagram, I also promised that I'll make another video within the same month where I'll be talking about what to pack, what not to, some recommendations, how to make your life easy before you take that flight to Ireland, and a few shopping tips also. For those who are new here, I already made a video called Guide to Packing back in 2020. It stays relevant until today. If you haven't watched it, then I'll leave the link down for you. But it's been 3 years and I kind of wanted to make a revised version of the same video with additional information that might be more helpful. So here I am. But before we get started, I am getting a lot of queries on my Instagram and YouTube comments saying that people are finding it very hard to find accommodation and if I can offer any sort of leads or support. Now, what I can do is give you some recommendations. Now, I know that most of you guys might be looking for accommodation on the websites which are daft.ie or rent.ie. What I would recommend is, apart from you guys looking for houses here, because it's a longer procedure, what I'd suggest is you should go and join Facebook groups. Now, there are a lot of groups, Ireland-based groups for Indian-specific Ireland-based groups on Facebook. I would recommend that you go and join these groups. There's a group called Accommodation in Ireland. There's Indians in Dublin, Ireland. There's some Indian student community group in Ireland. There's also Alive to Tell a Tale that I made a group long ago. There are more than 750 people on that group. So maybe most of these groups will need you to send a request to join. They have a couple of questions like, are you a student? Are you working here? What kind of post would you put here? You just have to answer those and send in a request and someone on the other end will accept it for you. Once they've accepted it and once you're in, take a look at the recent posts, because people post a lot of Facebook posts on these groups whenever they have vacancies in their apartment. Or what I would also recommend is you can also put a post by yourself where you can mention your date of arrival, where you're looking for a place, what are your specific requirements. If you have a budget in mind, put a post and see if people are responding to you. If not anything, you'll find people who are ready to tag along with you and will be ready to rent a place with you. So it's a win-win deal, right? So apart from looking on websites, which is a longer process, and the chances of you getting approved for a rental agreement or a lease is lower than you tagging along with people who have already found accommodation or have some vacancies in their apartment. So yeah, I hope that helps. Now, getting back to the video. Let's start with two most important things. Number one, booking your flights. Now, most airlines only offer 25 kgs plus 7 kgs as your luggage, or 30 kgs plus 7 kgs as your luggage. Some airlines offer additional discounts or will allow you some additional baggage because you're going on a student visa. Now, this kind of information is not readily available on websites, or even when you're going to book through websites like Skyscanner or Kayak or Make My Trip for that matter, or even if you're using agents. So what I'd recommend is book directly with the airlines, and before you book, call their customer support and tell them you're going on a student visa and see what they can offer you in return. Now, this will allow you to get some extra luggage and you will not overpack, and even if you do, you won't have to pay money when you're at the counter trying to collect your boarding pass. Now that's out of the way. Second, what I'd like to say is get your international driving license sorted. For those who drive, people like to get away on weekends here, and when you get here, if you would like to rent a car and you would like to drive it, then what's most important is your Indian driver's license, along with that your international driving permit. If you have these two, it's going to be very easy for you to walk up to a car rental and pick up a car and get away for the weekend. That's out of the way again. Now, the most important thing, all things health. Now, I'm sure that you guys know that healthcare is inexpensive in India and extremely expensive abroad. Now, specifically in Ireland, be it your regular checkups, your eye checkup or your dental checkup, or any purchases related to any of these are going to be very expensive. I know that you guys come with insurance, but what I also recommend you guys is that before you take that flight, get a full body checkup done, do all your blood tests, find out what all deficiencies you have, and get medicines prescribed by a doctor and buy those medications for however much time they are asking you to take those medicines. So if it's a 3-month course, then get it prescribed for 3 months and buy that course before you come to Ireland. The next thing I would suggest is an eye checkup. Make sure you get your eyes checked if you have sight, and if you have to order for glasses, then make sure that you order at least one pair of glasses, so that if one gets damaged, then you have another one as backup for as long as you're here. And the third one would be your dental checkup. Be it root canal treatments or your wisdom tooth extractions, all of this is extremely expensive here. So get that done before you come here. Now I'm saying this because I know that you guys come here with an insurance, but more often than not, your insurance might or might not cover all these charges. So in case of emergency, it's not like you can run back. I'm sure that most of you will only go back to India once your master's course is over and before your convocation date is announced. So in this 1 year, you don't want to not have anything that is absolutely necessary. So make sure your full body checkup, your eye checkup and your dental checkup is looked after before you get onto that flight. Talking about medicines, I also know that most people tend to overpack medicines. I know people, in fact, I myself have packed multiple Ziploc bag full of medicines, be it your Dolos or your Digines or your cold and cough medicines. I wouldn't recommend you to overpack, and I say this because all these basic medicines are available over the counter, especially even in grocery stores. So you don't have to worry about getting your basic medical supplies. Make sure that you're getting one strip of every medicine to last you for the first few initial months in case of emergency. Don't get anything more. And make sure that these particular medicines, even these one strip medicines, are prescribed by a doctor just in case. Now I made a small list. I'll read that out for you just so that I don't miss out on anything. Okay, so one is your Amrutanjan or Move, any applicator which is a painkiller or numbing. Then you have your Vicks. Then one strip of your cold, cough, throat infection medicines. You have your Dolo, of course, one strip of that is more than enough. You have, like I said, Panadol is the medicine that you get here over the counter for cold, cough, fever. You have all kinds of Panadols available in grocery stores itself. So do not worry and do not overpack medicines. Now there are some absolutely basic things that people tend to forget packing when they're packing. So I made a list of that also. I'll quickly read it out for you. Number 1, towels. Then you have your earbuds or your Q-tips. Then you have your hair dryer. Then you have your comb, your hair comb, because I forgot mine. And then you have your manicure kit. When I say manicure kit, I mean your nail cutters and filers. For all the girls there, getting all your manicures and pedicures done are extremely expensive. You cannot just walk into a salon and be like, I'll get a manicure or a pedicure done today, because they're, I think, nearly 5 times more the price of what it is in India. So always keep your basic tools handy, be it your nail cutter, your filer, your foot scrubber. All of these, I think, you should carry with you. Next, we'll talk about all the things you tend to overpack. The first one is spices. Now, I know that you're not going to straight away get down the flight and go out for shopping. So carry a little bit of everything. Do not overpack, because spices, it's readily available here in all the Asian stores. You have Indian grocery stores and Asian stores across the country. So wherever you are, it's never going to be a problem to get access to spices. Moreover, these days, all these spices are readily available in all the local Irish grocery stores also. So just in case you don't get anything also, it's readily available in your nearest Irish local store. Next, grocery. I know people who carry raw rice, dal for your initial few days. They carry these ready to eat packets. Little bit of everything is fine. Do not pack on kilos and kilos of all of this. 1 kilo of each is more than enough, or even half a kilo to sustain you for 1 or 2 days is more than enough. Next, Maggi packets. I know people who carry so many Maggi packets from India. It's not necessary. Just get one big family pack and that should be all right. The next time you feel like having Maggi, walk into your nearest Asian store and you will find it there. You also get Maggis in your local grocery stores, in your local Irish stores, but they don't taste the same. So if you want like the Indian Maggi, then Asian store is your best bet. Next, coming to clothes. Don't overpack clothes also. I remember how many clothes I had gotten. I was like, I'll wear Indian, I'll wear saris, I'll wear churidars, I'll wear salwar kameezes, then I'll also wear my dresses. I got everything, but that's absolutely not needed. Get your basic clothes, get one or two traditional clothes that you might want to put on when there's a festival around, but do not overpack. Definitely paying extra money for extra luggage on clothes is not at all worth it. Next, accessories. You're going to always be under your all purpose jacket, so what you're wearing inside or these accessories doesn't matter, but do not overpack on accessories. Get limited items, and then the world is yours when it comes to shopping here. Next is things you must buy before you get here. And the most important is electronics. Now, in my previous video, someone asked me what laptop would I recommend for masters. Like I mentioned in that video, I'd say it again. Just get a laptop that does the job. You don't need a high-tech laptop. If you already have a laptop that works fine, then just get that. I don't think you need to specifically invest in a high-tech laptop just because you're doing your masters, because all you need to do with them is do your assignments and do your notes when you're in class. I've also known people who carry their iPads and do their notes and assignments, everything on an iPad with a pen. So no high-tech laptop as such. Buying any electronic item in India is going to be way cheaper than buying it in Europe. So if you're planning to come here and then buy, then I would only suggest that you buy refurbished goods on refurbished.ie if you're open to like second-hand stuff. But if you want a new one, then buying it in Europe is a bad idea. Buy it in India. It could be your laptop, your Bluetooth speaker, your earbuds, anything. Buy it in India. Now there are a couple of kitchen items. If you are going to cook and you've learned your basic survival skill with cooking, where you can make your dal chawal, then a rice cooker is a must have, a pressure cooker is a must have, a tawa, a kadhai and some spatulas is a must have. If you have that allowance in your baggage, apart from these things, I don't think you need anything else. But if you're all right to come here just for a couple of days and then go out and buy, then you always find all of these in your Asian stores also. Of course, there's cookware in your local stores, but if you want like a pressure cooker, then it's available in the Asian store. It's going to be relatively more expensive, but if you don't want to carry it in your luggage from India, then you can always go and buy it here. Now, if you miss getting anything from India, if you're already on that flight and you're watching this video after you reached Ireland, then here are a list of places that you can go and shop from. Economical local grocery stores where you're going to find everything apart from Asian stores. These are your go-to places. First one would be Aldi, second one would be Lidl, third one would be Duns, then you have your Spar, then you also have your Super Value. These are top 5 stores where you can go and buy your groceries, basic clothes, cookware, anything and everything. You'll find it in these 5 stores. So this is like your go-to no matter what. Then I also have like a quick list of all the economical places you can go and eat from, because you're straight away landing and not going to start cooking. So if you want to like grab food quickly, of course you have your fast food brands like your McDonald's, your Burger King, your KFC, Subway. But apart from that, if you want other options, because you can't live on these fast food, I would highly recommend you to try deli counters. Deli counters are your instant on the go sandwich counters. You'll find it in every grocery store, be it Aldi, be it Lidl, be it Duns, be it Super Value or Spar. All of these, most stores across the country have a deli counter. Go there. What might cost you around 6 to 10 euros at a cafe would cost you anywhere between 3 to 5 euros at a deli counter. So they also do a lot of lunch offers. It's like a sandwich plus a drink or just a sandwich. All of this is going to be very economical. So make sure that you pick any of the deli counters from any of these stores rather than walking into a cafe or any of these fast food places. Now, after you get here, you need to buy an all-purpose jacket. Now, I've always time and again mentioned in all my videos that if you're going to a particular country, the all-purpose jacket, I would highly recommend you to buy it only from that country and not from the country you're coming from. So in India, I would recommend you to go and buy your basic essentials, be it your warmers or your hoodies, or like a single jacket that you would probably buy from a Superdry store or a North Face or a Columbia store. But do not invest in an all-purpose jacket there itself. Just something to sustain you till you get here. Once you get here, I'd recommend you to go and buy a jacket from all the following places. So the best places that I'd recommend would be your TK Maxx, Zara and H&M. But apart from that, if you're looking for something that are slightly on the lower end of the price, then I would also recommend Duns and Pennies. Pennies is your Primark. Now, I'd like to conclude the video by saying that this is a completely new journey. It's going to transform your life in more ways than one. You're going to have many good experiences, you're going to have many bad experiences, but both are going to teach you a lot. You're going to do a lot of work all by yourself. You're going to work your way through the city, through your university, through your assignments all by yourself. You're going to do all your household chores by yourself. You're going to cook your own meals. You're going to do your own dishes. It's a great learning experience, and I am going to wish you all the very best. If you're stuck somewhere, I'd say that Ireland is such a kind place. People are extremely helpful. So if you're stuck somewhere, you're just a question away. Find anyone around you and ask them, and people will be happy to help. Don't be shy. Um, Feel free to reach out to me if you'd like. You can reach out to me on Instagram. Sharmishta09 is my personal Instagram account. There's also Alive to Tell a Tale. I'm going to link both of these accounts in the description below. You can also drop a comment with your questions, and I'd be happy to help. For all those people who are taking their flight, wish you a very happy journey. For all those people who are not taking their flights and are sad that their visa got refused, I'd say look at it like an opportunity. Maybe it's for the good. Go find the first job you can and gather more work experience and look out for the next intake. For everyone who's looking for the next intake, you know I offer consultations. So there is a link down below. Fill that form and someone from my team will get in touch with you. If you've given your IELTS already, then fill that form and we'll try and get you to Ireland as soon as possible. Please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to share this video with everyone who you think it would be helpful. Don't forget to press the subscribe button. Until next time, see you. Bye-bye.